Hello, welcome to Strong and Steady, and I'm Molly. So today we're going to go ahead and start out in your open space in your room. Just make sure you have enough room that you can take about 2 to 4 steps either direction, forward, back, and side to side. So first of all, though, let's get our feet under us and find our really nice tall posture. So feet are anchored to the earth, and we're going to just kind of feel the earth with our feet. And you're going to try to get all 4 corners of your feet to just kind of feel the earth. Whether you have shoes on, you probably do. Just really sink those feet down and then lift up your arches. Now, when you lift up your arches, it automatically kind of lifts your kneecaps, kind of feel your quads tighten up. You kind of feel your behind tighten up just a little bit. So we're going to start there with our feet anchored, arches pulling up, and then lift up through the crown of your head and draw your navel in towards your spine. So you're drawing up through here, and then we're going to pull our shoulders down away from our ears, and then hands out to the side. Now I'd like you to have your thumbs out, pointing out to the side, maybe slightly forward, but we're going to try to roll those palms forward. All right, so when we do this and we're reaching the crown of the head to the sky, we're getting a nice neutral spine, almost putting our spine in traction, which gives us good freedom of movement. Now from here, let's take a big deep breath with those thumbs going up, reaching overhead. Now exhale your breath, arms come all the way down. Let's do that one more time. Nice big deep breath up. Now pull your hands down halfway. Stop right about there, 90 degrees. And exhale that breath. Now squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other and then pull them down slightly. We're going to breathe in. Good. Exhale, arms come up. Let's do that again. Inhale, arms come down, squeeze down and back. Exhale, reach up. And arms can come all the way back down. Good. All right, feet a little bit wider. We're going to start to rock our weight from side to side. Shifting the weight, tapping the toe. And then from here, let's add a little shoulder roll so we get some nice freedom in the shoulders. So be our range of motion through that shoulder joint. For 4, 3, 2. Now let's lift up that elbow. Just do little elbow circles. These are nice and slow. We're not making big movements. And if you start to feel any kind of crackly or crunchy in your shoulder, bring it back down here to the shoulder roll. All right, 4, 3, 2. Now let's see if we can take that arm a little bigger. Once again, if you feel crackling or crunching or anything uncomfortable in the shoulder, take it back down to either the elbow circles or the shoulder circles. All right, let's go for 4, 3, 2. Now let's place the hands right on the hips and focus a little bit more on the legs. So we're going to push through, bend your knees slightly, push and tap, push and tap. So now we're bending the knees, using those leg muscles a little more. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and add some arms. So we're going to reach it out just to the side slightly, swinging those arms, and then we're going to get a little bit higher with the arms. Get that range of motion through your shoulders, going laterally, side to side. Now take it a little higher. So you can get that arm reaching up. The other arm just swings in front for 4, 3, 2. All right, hands back to the hips. Now let's get our legs going a little bit here. So lift your heel. Up and back, just alternating sides, lifting that heel. 4 more. 3, 2. All right, now let's take that heel out front and set it to the earth. Set it down, tap that heel. Just shifting that weight side to side, gradually warming up all the way from the ankles up. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and back to the side with a tap. Good. And arms to the side, swinging them up. Make these movements a little bigger than you did before. And you can even add a leg lift to the side if that feels okay for you. If you've got your balance and you want to lift it, we're going to take it out for 5, 4, 3, 2. Hands back down, tap that toe to the earth. Now let's lift that heel with a reach and pull. So reach the arms out and pull it back. Reach and pull. Kick that heel up a little bit bigger than before. 4, 3. Now let's change the arms right up front. Pull, squeezing those shoulder blades down and back, squeezing. Now pull from the sky. If this bothers your shoulder, keep it out front or keep it low. For 4, 3, 2. Let's put those hands back down. Tap that toe to the earth. Tap, tap. Good. Now heel out front. Step it out and just tap that heel. Kind of bring it a little bit across the body. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch through the outer edge of this leg. 4, 3, 2. Now reach and pull. I want you to really think about squeezing the shoulder blades down and back, pressing those elbows. This is warming up our shoulders, our core, our back, our arms, and the legs are getting warm. Now bring your knee up. Arms can come up as well. Now you're pulling the shoulders down and back, elbows pressing back, but the knee comes up. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now let's alternate reaching in the sky. So we're going to alternate elbow and knee. Good. Now, if this is uncomfortable, you can always bring your arms down here. And if you like the challenge, bring your arms up and really see if you can diagonally squeeze across the body. For 5, that's the challenge. 4, 3, 2. All right, one more on each side. Good. All right, let's bring those arms down, shake them out. And we're going to pick up our dumbbells. So pick up the dumbbells. We're going to work our upper body a little bit while we keep our cardio going just a bit. So let's go back to that step touch, tapping the toe. Good. And then this, to begin with, what we're going to do is we're just going to bring those palms forward and then up 90 degrees. Tapping that toe to the earth, keeping that spine nice and tall. Pressing the crown of the head to the sky, shoulders drawing down and away from the ears, elbows pinned in alongside your ribs. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then we're going to open our hands out to the side, remaining at 90 degrees. Pull it back in, and take it out. Bring it back in. Good, 2 more. Roll it out, bring it in. One more time, take it out, and bring it in. Good, all right. Let's settle those feet down, arms come down, shoulder roll. See if you can get nice big range of motion through there. I gotta let someone in, hold on a second. And one more shoulder roll. So I can get that button. Oh, it's hard to see it. There we go. All right. So now let's settle our feet down. Standing up nice and tall. Get that tall posture. And we're going to do our bicep curls with a little step back. So starting with your right foot, we're going to pull those elbows in alongside your ribs, palms face front. Right foot steps back, bicep curl. Step, bring it in. Left foot, step, bring it in. First, it's just a tap back, a little step tap. Then after about 4 or 5 of these, if you start to feel warm and you want to increase it a little bit, then you can start to push off that back knee by bending through both knees. Push forward. Step back, push forward. Good. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2. And last one. Bring it to the center, arms come down. Go ahead and turn your palms facing in. Bend your elbows 90 degrees. Same thing with the feet, but now we're going to do our chicken wing press backs for the backs of our arms. Step back, right foot. Kick back. Bring it in. Step back, bring it in. Step back. Same thing here. If you want to increase this just a little bit for the challenge, push off. So you step back, bend your knees, push off. Good. Let's take it back. Also want you to focus on keeping your shoulders drawing down away from the ears and elbows pinned back as high as you can keep your elbows for 5, 4, 3, keeping your core engaged by drawing that navel in. 2 more. Last one. Good. Bring it back to center. Arms come down. Let's do that shoulder roll again. Nice big shoulder roll. Relax those arms. All right, one of my favorites, we're gonna bend those arms again, palms stay facing each other. This time we're gonna step out to the right as we lift our arms out at a 90-degree angle. So we're gonna step out, bring it in. Step out, bring it in. So this is working our shoulders. If this does happen to bother your shoulders, then you're gonna not lift the arms out to the side. You're gonna return to doing the open like this. All right, so if those other movements bother your shoulders, do that. Let's stay right here. All right, we got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's take it back to the center. Arms come down, shoulder roll. All right, let's combine everything without stopping for shoulder rolls. Starting with the tap back, bicep curl, step back. Now, this is where if you want to make it a little bit more challenging and you're comfortable with this, you can bring it down into a little bit of a lunge here. Press up, step back, press up. Good, step back, press up. Step back and up. Or it could just be that tap, depending on where you're at today. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Now take the triceps. We're not going to stop. We're just going to bring the elbows up and step and bring it in. And step, bring it in. Now remember, those shoulders are drawing away from the ears, pressing them kind of down and back. Elbows stay pinned up high. Don't want to have the shoulders up here, in other words. You want to be drawing your navel in towards your spine, so you're engaging your core. Press for 4, 3, 2. All right, one more. Last one right here. And arms come down. You're going to go ahead and set them up for your side lateral raise and step it out. And bring it together. Step it out. Now this can be made a little bit more challenging by bending both knees and pushing up. Bending both knees, pushing up. Just when you do this, make sure you're not feeling any kind of pain in the knee. It can be a squat, side to side, or it could just be a push off, like here. All right, 4 more, and 3. Starting to feel this. 2, 1 more. All right, let's bring those arms down and finish up with a big shoulder roll, settling in at the bottom. Turn your palms forward, thumbs to the side. Just settle those arms down by your side, reaching the crown of the head to the sky. Take a big, deep breath and exhale. Excellent. All right, let's set the weights down temporarily. We're going to pick them up one more time. Set them on your seat. So they're both waiting for you when you get done going to the wall. So we're all going to come over to the wall. Set your back up to the wall, feet 6 to 12 inches away. 6 inches away from the wall means your legs are going to be fairly straight. 12 inches away from the wall means your knees are going to bend quite a bit and you're going to be strengthening these quads. So I'm going to let you choose, but have your feet about hip width distance apart either way. Press into the feet equally so you've got the weight distributed front to back, side to side. And then let's all draw that navel in towards the spine and try to flatten the back out right up to the wall. So that's going to engage your abdominal muscles here. And then we're going to press that low back into the wall while we bring our elbows up to the wall. So pressing those elbows in. Now see if you can get the back of your head close to the wall. If you can't get it on the wall, it's okay. Just attempt. You do get it on the wall. Keep your chin level to the floor. Now revisit your low back. Many times right there, I let my low back start to curve. We're going to press it back into the wall while we're keeping those elbows kind of pinned up into the wall. And I want everyone to focus on that low back for this next little bit. Keeping that low back pressed in. Don't let it come away. Now we're going to increase a little bit of pressure with the elbows and keep that low back on. Let's press in with the elbows a little bit more. So get to about 50 to 60% of your strength on the elbow press for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's relax those arms. Shake them out a little bit. If your legs need to be adjusted, now's the time to do that. If you're starting to feel a burn in your quads, step your feet back a little bit, straighten them out. If you want to make this more challenging, bring yourself lower into your chair squat. Press that low back into the wall. Head reaches for the wall, elbows back on the wall. All right, let's keep that low back pressed in. Number 1, keep that there. Number 2, keep your back of your head reaching for the wall with the level chin. Number 3, start pressing those elbows firmer and firmer into the wall. Get up to about 50 to 60% of your strength. Hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax your arms, shake them out. Nice time to adjust the legs. We have 1 more of these to do. So you can adjust your legs if you're liking the burn in the legs and you want to work them. Keep them here. If you want to work your way at the wall, take the time to do that. All right, let's do 1 more of these. Press that low back in. No space there. It's all tight up against the wall. Back of the head's on the wall or reaching for the wall with a level chin. Elbows bent. Palms face each other. And keep that low back on. Press into the wall just a little bit more with those elbows. A little bit more. Let's count it out right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, relax your arms. If you're down the wall, push yourself up the wall. Step back just a little bit. Now we can straighten out the legs. So they're going to be a little bit straighter. Keep them soft. Don't lock them out, but have a little softness to the knees. And then we're going to get that low back pressed into the wall again. This time, when we bring the elbows to the wall, we're going to bring the elbows in, keep that low back on, back of the head still on the wall. Now open your hands out to the side. See if you can reach the wall with the backs of your hands. This should feel like quite the stretch across the front of your body. But you also want to be trying to keep your low back flat to the wall. Kind of difficult to do, but it'll improve your posture. It improves all the movement throughout your entire kinetic chain. Foot all the way to the head. So that gives us freedom for movement. All right, we're pressing it out. Now put a little bit more pressure with the backs of the hands towards the wall for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's relax. Shake it out. We're going to do that again, but this time we're going to add movement. So revisit that. You're getting your low back pressed in. Elbows on the wall. Open it up. Backs of the hands are reaching for the wall. Now, instead of holding it there, you're going to keep your low back on the wall and then reach your arms out to the side. So you go just out to about the height of your shoulders, so you look like a T. Now press the backs of your hands into the wall just a little bit. If you can't get them back there, just attempt, but you're keeping your back nice and flat up against the wall. See if you can keep that low back from arching. Let's press it right here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, bring it back down, relax, shake it out. All right, we have 1 more of those and we're going to do a little different variation. So set that low back on the wall. Now take your palms out to the side. So you just look like you're reaching out to the side, the palms facing front, backs of the hands on the wall. And then you're going to come out away from the side of the body. Just if you were doing it on degrees, you'd be about 30 degrees. If you had 180 from foot to head, go up about 30 degrees, and then you're going to keep your low back pressed into the wall. Head is reaching for the wall. Now, turn the hand so that it's only the pinkies on the wall. You got your pinkies on the wall, and now press into the wall, right here. You're pressing the pinkies into the wall. Palms are facing down now for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Let's shake it out. And you can even hinge forward a little bit, shake out your arms, go all the different directions that feel good to you, whether it's just circling them, rolling them. Get some nice range of motion through that shoulder. All right. So from here, let's get into a cat-cow. So cat-cows are great for your spine, really brings good freedom and movement into your spine, which will affect every bit of your body. So let's start out by doing our cat. So we're going to reach our back to the sky as we tuck our chin under, press the tops of your hands into the tops of your thighs above your knee. Get that chin curled under, really try to open up between the shoulder blades. And let's release that back out to neutral, keeping your rear end on the wall, knees bent. Now lift the chest, look up, pull your shoulders back. See if you can get an arch right here in your back. Get a stretch right here across the front of the chest. Let's breathe in right here. Nice big deep breath. Now as you exhale, bring it back through neutral and into your cat, tucking your chin under, pressing open between the shoulder blades. Trying to get a nice big curve. Let's bring it back through neutral one more time, up to cat. Inhale, look up. And exhale, curve it forward, tuck the chin. And back through neutral. Good. Okay, let's go ahead. Bring it back up to the wall. And the last thing we're going to do on the wall is a crunch for your bum. So feet can stay exactly where they are unless your legs are fatiguing. Walk them back slightly. Come back a little bit. You're bending them less. You're going to be using less of the quad muscle and more of the wall. So from here, you're going to keep your low back pressing in, and then we're going to take one hand to the opposite shoulder and then the other. And from here, we're going to press that low back into the wall as best as you can. You're really going to feel this fire up through your abdominal. So you start with that low back, getting as flat as you can, and then tuck your chin. And now slowly, starting at the top of your spine, peel your vertebrae off the wall one at a time. Slowly rolling this down so that the low back is the last thing that you feel starting to peel away from the wall. And then stop right about there and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's slowly roll it back up. Low back, right up to mid back. Nice and slow and controlled. You should feel this in your abdominal muscles. Back to the top. 2 more of those. Tuck the chin, low back's pressed in. Don't forget, that's important. Tuck the chin as you peel your spine away from the wall. Get it down to the point where your low back's still on the wall and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up nice and slow, peeling it back up. And back to the top. 1 more of these. Make them count. Keep that low back on. That's the critical point. That low back is going to keep the abs engaged. So make sure it's there. Now tuck the chin. Now peel 1 vertebrae at a time, like you're pulling it off the wall. Keep it down. Hold it at the bottom. Press that low back. Tuck for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Roll it back up. Nice. And to the top. Good. All right. Arms down. Shake them out. Hands on the wall. Push yourself off the wall and shake out those arms. And then come back to your chair where you have your weights waiting for you. And we're going to do a little bit more, this time strengthening the legs and the back at the same time, a little bit of arms. So you're going to stand with the chair alongside you, step forward with the foot closest to the seat of the chair, and you can either be here in a stagger and then hinge forward, or you can take this all the way into a lunge, which could be here, but you want to keep the crown of the head, the tailbone, and the heel all in one straight line when you start this one. All right, so if you're doing it from a stagger, you're not in all one straight line. You're in the stagger, you're just straight hinging forward. But if you're in the lunge, you're actually able to do it from crown of the head to the heel. So I want you to draw your navel up and in towards your spine, square your shoulders up to the floor, bend that front knee. All right, so let's start with a row. If you have light weights and you want to double up your weights, you can put 2 together. And we're going to row this up and then row it back down. When you're rowing it, it's really the elbow that's driving you. So the elbow is pressing down, is pressing behind and back. So you're going press with the elbow. You're not just going through the motions with the weight. You're thinking about that elbow driving up and back. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, last one. And then bring it back down and step your feet together and come up tall. All right, let's switch sides. Turn yourself around, switch hands. If you have both weights or one weight, either way, and then step forward. Stagger stance is here with the hinge. Lunge is here. This knee is, I know it's hard to see me when I wear black. Sorry about that. The knee is bent, and then we hinge forward. So the crown of the head and the heel are all in one straight line. Hand can be on the seat, but we're gonna row this up. So squeeze that elbow up and back and bring it down. Row it up, take it down. Row it up. We got 5 more. So really squeeze that elbow up and back. 5 and 4, 3, 2, okay, 1 more. Press it up and back, good. All right, and step your feet together. Come up nice and tall. And turn yourself back around. If you're using both weights, you can set one down. If you would like to set both of them down, you could. This next one isn't necessary to have weights. It could be done without a weight, but we're going to step forward and get into your lunge. Now, if you didn't try the lunge before, try it this time. Just get your feet a little bit wider. The front knee will bend. Too bad I have black on. Let's see if I can make this. Well, you guys know what I'm doing. My right foot is forward, my knee is bent. And then I'm going to do a little bit of a lunge with this leg. So the leg closest to the seat is bent. And I'm going to get up tall through the spine, weights on my hip. And then I'm just going to bend the back knee, bring it down, press up. So you're bringing this down, pressing up. You can't do this from a staggered stance. This knee has to stay above the ankle. You can't start pushing that knee out in front of the foot. So if this is bothering you in any way, just stop where you are. Don't have to do these. You can just do little squats or little movements that feel good for you. But we're going to do 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, let's just do 1 more. Take it down and then press it up. Good. Bring that back foot forward to meet the front and stand up tall. Turn it around. We'll do the other side. So step forward, foot closest to the seat. Get into that lunge position. So this knee is bending. The back knee is somewhat straight, but a little bit of a bend. Try to keep the spine nice and tall. Hand to the hip with the weight or no weight. And then we're just going to bend the back knee, bring it back up. So you're bending down, pressing up. The heel in the back stays off the floor. The foot in the front, you push through it, but you don't let your knee go out past that midfoot. The knee stays right here above the ankle. Just a small movement right here in that thigh. All right, we got 5. Now 4, 3, good. 2, let's do 1 more. Last one, bring it up. Now swing your foot forward so you're side by side with your feet and come up nice and tall. Excellent. All right, done with the dumbbells, set those aside. And pick up your resistance band. And with the resistance band today, we're gonna work our shoulders and back. You have options with your legs. If you like to sit down while you're doing these, I'm okay with that. Or you could be doing just a nice tall standing position with your feet about hip width distance apart, not moving your legs whatsoever. So we'll all start in that position and then I'll show you the progressions. So standing up nice and tall, get that weight anchored over the feet so that you feel the weight evenly distributed. Draw up through the spine, draw that navel in towards your spine here. And now elbows are going to be pinned in right alongside your ribs with your thumbs facing out. This will work your rotator cuff. So don't let those elbows move away from the ribs or your waist, wherever they end up landing right here. But we're going to pull the band apart and then bring it back together. Pull it apart. Now make any adjustments that you might need to make. If your band is too resistant, let your hands come a little wider. If your band's not resistant enough, draw your hands in a little bit closer together. We're going to do 6 more. I want that posture to be tall though. We're working on nice tall posture, which brings freedom to the rest of the body for movement. And 3. And 2. Okay, let's do 1 more. And let's hold it. Let's all get it out there and hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Excellent. All right, we should be feeling that kind of right back in this area here that rotates the arm out. It's one of those rotator cuffs. Now, those of you that like the position with the legs and you don't want to make it any more challenging, stay this way. And those of you that want to add a little challenge, take your feet wide, toes angled out. And then we're going to bring this down into a little bit of a plie squat. But now the band is going to be out front, palms facing the floor, wider than the shoulders, but shoulder height. And then we're going to draw the band back into the chest as we squat down. We're squatting, tucking the tailbone under, elbows come down and back. Bring it back forward as we come up. All right, so we're pulling the band back towards the chest and coming down. Squeezing your glutes, pressing back up. Good, let's take it back down right here. Squeeze that band down, squeeze your glutes, bring it back up. Okay, a few more of those. I want you to really think about drawing the elbows down and away, squeezing the glutes, coming back forward, slow and controlled. So a big portion of resistance training and strengthening is that part where you feel like you could just let the band take over and come forward. Resisting it back is 70% of the work. So when you're here and you're coming back up here, resist that band. Don't let it just spring forward, resist it forward. Good, let's go for 4 more. Squeeze it down and bring it up. Crown of the head still reaching for the sky, navel still pulling into the spine. 3, 2, and this will be the last one right here. Pull it back, squeeze it. Those of you that want to hold it with me, we're going to hold it. You don't have to, but we're going to stay right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come back up and slowly bring the arms forward. Good. Let's give our arms a break. Shake them out, whatever feels good. And we're going to take the band overhead. Now, if you have issues with going overhead with your arms, just do return to this one or return to this one, depending on where you're at with your shoulders. This is an excellent exercise for anybody that's doing rehab or trying to just build strength without having to compromise shoulders. Those of you that know that you have strong shoulders and have never had pinching issues or currently don't, bring your arms up overhead. We're going to start like this. We look like an X. So we're going to pull this down. Elbows come down, and this band comes right in front of the face to the chest. And then we're going to plie down, hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now come up for 4, count slowly as you resist it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's take it down. You come down a little bit quicker, but then you hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Hold it at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it back up. 4, 3. Nice job. 2, 1. Bring it back down. Hold it at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take it up slow. 1, 2. We only have 1 more to go. Let's make this one count. Pull it down. Get it down there. And hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Resist it up nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms can come down. Give your arms a little break. You could even just lift one foot and then the other, kind of giving your legs a little bit of a break. And if you're doing it from just a tall standing position, just do the same thing, raising one toe and then the other. All right. One more thing in this position. If you haven't gotten into your plie position, go ahead and get into this position now. If you're sitting in a chair, you can just widen your legs out. But you're going to stand up tall, crown of the head reaching for the sky. Get those arms in your goalpost. Here's your goalpost, 90-degree angles. A little bit of resistance. You're pulling on that band. You're not just standing there passively. You're actually pushing that band out just a little bit to create that nice, strong 90-degree. Then you're going to bend your knees down. So you're going to be in your plie. So we've got this like goddess type thing going on here. While you have resistance on the band, let's add a little tip. So you're going to tip it to one side, come back to the top. Let's tip to the other side, come back up. Now, if this is bothering your shoulders in any way, bring the band down, shoulder height, or down low, like we had it for the first set of exercises. But we're really here focusing on working our obliques, the waist, muscles that go right up under the shoulder. Hold your lats. And let's do 2 more. Take it down. and up. And we got to finish on the other side. So let's do one more on that side. Take it over. Good. And back to the top. And come all the way back up. Relax your arms. Excellent. Shake it out. Bring your feet together. You can set your band down. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to come to the seat. These can be done from the seat of the chair or from the back of the chair. It's a little bit of core work here. So if you're doing it from the seat of the chair, it's going to be a little bit more challenging. And if you're doing it from the back of the chair, you're just setting your hands on the chair. Someone arrived, hold on. You won't be bending over quite as far, but still be getting some core work out. So from here, we're going to stand up nice and tall. And I want everybody's feet to be anchored to the earth, about hip width distance apart, standing up as tall as you can. Get that tall posture. Tuck the tailbone under, draw those knees up, just like we did at the beginning of class. And crown of the head's reaching for the sky. Let's take in that nice big deep breath. Reach up. Now exhale that breath. Arms come down. And then hip hinge forward from the hips, keeping your back nice and flat. Set your palms to the seat. Now I want everybody to be in this nice tabletop position. And if you're doing it from the back of the chair, your elbows will be slightly bent. But we're going to get in a tabletop position and you're going to draw your navel in. So see the difference if you can see me. My back is slightly arched. I draw my navel in. It flattens out my back. That's me engaging my abdominal muscles. Now I'm going to take my rib cage. I'm going to push it out of my shoulder, basically my arm bone. So I'm trying to separate my rib cage from my arm bone by pushing the palms into the seat, rounding up through the mid upper back, and then I'm going to let my rib cage sink down between my arm bones. All right, we got that. Let's push the rib cage up to the sky, separating the arm from the rib, and now letting your rib cage sink back down towards the seat. Okay, one more of those. So let's press up. And bring it back down. All right, this time when we press up, we're going to keep it up there. You don't have to be as extreme, but you do want to feel that separation where you're pulling out of the joint through that. The rib cage is kind of lifting up out of the arm joint. And then you're going to take one leg, extend it out behind you. So bring one leg out. Keep your foot flexed. Keep yourself drawing your shoulder up out of the shoulder socket. So your rib cage is kind of lifting up, and then lift your leg a little higher. Keep that foot flexed. All right, now we start the abdominal work by taking the opposite arm. So if your right leg is up, lift your left. And then you're going to tuck the elbow and the chin in towards the center, squeezing, pushing the palm into the seat. Extend it out again. All right, let's try that again. Elbow and knee comes in, press the palm into the seat. Tuck it, extend it out. Okay, two more on this side. Tuck it in, press through the palm, elbow, knee, and extend. One more time. Elbow to knee, press that palm into the seat, really tuck it under, hold it, and extend it out. Alrighty, let's set that foot and hand down. Go to the other side. So extend the leg first, push out of that arm bone. So the opposite of pushing out would be sinking in. So if you're looking at me, you can see I'm sunk. And now I'm pushed up. Leg comes up a little higher. Extend out through your opposite hand from the foot and press through that palm. So you're separating your arm from the shoulder. And then you're going to bring the elbow to knee, tuck it in, squeeze it, extend it out. Keeping that palm pressed in, tuck it in again, squeeze right here, press it out. Two more. Let's tuck it in and press it out. Tuck it in and press it out. Good, and set hand down, foot down. And now let's rock all the way back onto your heels. Toes should be kind of loose so you can lift them. And then start to bend through your knees. Bring yourself into like a chair squat. Look up, chest up, pull your navel into your spine. And then from here, bring your hands right up to heart center. And if you would like to add these little pulses with me, we're going to just do little pulses right here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring it up. Nice big deep breath. Reach up, look up this time. And exhale, arms come down. Excellent. All right, let's take our shoes and socks off. Do a little balance, a little stretching, finish this up. So if you haven't heard me say this, which most of you probably have, it's really best to do balance training without shoes. And it's always good to do it without socks, because then you're not slipping. But we are going to use our socks to strengthen our arches of our feet. So have your socks in front of you and have your chair alongside of you. So from here, we are going to do the leg extensions with our feet gripping our socks. So if you need to use the chair to hang on, you can, but attempt to do these without hanging onto the chair. So get your spine nice and tall, feet anchored to the earth, arches drawing up. That means your kneecaps feel like they're lifting. It feels like you're doing a little tail tuck right here. Navel's drawing in, crown of the head's reaching for the sky. If you'd like to bring your hands to heart center or to the hips, either way is good. And as we're in this nice tall position, you're gonna lift up through one foot. You can even anchor your toe to the earth. Make sure you're adjusting so you're pressing up out of that hip. And then reach out for your sock with your foot. See if you can grip it. That means you're working your arch. If you can grip your sock. If you've gripped it already, set it down, grip it again. All right, do this all while you're standing on one leg. And then once you get your sock, and you've got it there, then bring your knee up. You can bend it, keep your knee bent. And if you can't grip your sock, just let it go. Just lift your knee up. So you're drawing up with the spine and the crown of the head. And now we're going to extend the leg out. And if you start to get a cramp in your foot, let go of the sock. But we're going to do these leg extensions. So you're going out, you're coming back in. You're going out, coming back in. We're going to do 3 more. So press out, curl in, 2 more. I'm getting a cramp. 2, 1 more. Take it out, bring it back in and set it down. Good. All right. So we're going to do the other side and then we're going to massage the bottom of our feet. So if you're starting to get cramps, you can massage now just by rolling through your foot like this, rolling front and back. Just make sure you take care of that. All right. Nice and tall once again, taking your nice big deep breath, reach up, look up, exhale, hands can come down to hips or heart center. Get that tall posture, lift one foot. You can keep your toe to the earth till you feel stable and then reach out for your sock. See if you can grab it with those toes. And once you do, if you have it already, let go, try it again. Good, that's working all those little tiny muscles on the bottom of your foot. And once you have it, or if you didn't get it, just stop trying and lift your foot. So you're in a bent position with the knee. Now we're going to extend it out. Bring it back in. Extend it out. Bring it back in. Extend it. 2 more of these. Bring it in. And out. 1 more time. Bring it in. And out. Let go of your sock. Good. And bring your foot down. And arms come down. Shake it out. All right. We can massage the foot with or without the dumbbell. So if you want to use the dumbbell, you can. You don't have to. You could do these with just your foot on the floor. I'm going to set my dumbbell down on the floor in front of me, or you could just put your foot in front of you. If you're using a dumbbell, you can also get a stretch, a little bit deeper stretch. So with the foot that you started your first balance exercise with, take that foot, and if you're not using a dumbbell, just set the foot on the floor, raise your toes up towards the sky. Put a little bit of pressure right on that meaty part of your foot where your toes meet your foot. Put some pressure there. And those of you that have your foot on the dumbbell, you're going to hinge forward and see if you can put just a little extra weight right there on that meaty part of the foot. And now start to take your foot like you're playing the piano from one side to the other. So you're rolling over to the big toe, rolling across all those little metatarsal connections over to the baby toe. And 1 more time to the big toe, back to the baby toe. Good, and now come up nice and tall. And those of you that want a little extra, take the top of that meaty part of your foot, put it on top of your dumbbell and just roll it back and forth a little bit right here. If you don't have the dumbbell down there, you could just set your foot on the floor and kind of just roll it back and forth. With this, if you have the dumbbell, it feels amazing if you have little tiny knots or tight spots right there. You could get all the way under the arch. We're gonna do this for about 10 more seconds. So find the spot on your foot that needs it the most. Focus on that spot. Mine happens to be right at the big toe where it connects to the foot. All right, and 3, 2, 1, excellent. Let's switch feet. So same thing, set that foot on the dumbbell. Like I said, you're almost better off always using the dumbbell for these. You can even do them from a seated position. But we're gonna have that meaty part of the foot where the toes meet the foot right on top of that dumbbell, or push to the earth and then raise your toes and then hinge from the hips, bending that back knee. I know you guys can't see me, I'm in black. I forgot I was teaching a class actually. I got up to go to the gym and then I thought, oh, I need to teach a class. I had gray sweats on over the top, so I looked fine. And then I got hot, so I took the sweats off. And I was wearing all black. So now that you've got your foot there, start to roll from one toe, like maybe your baby toe, and roll it over to your big toe. Do that again. Find some spots. Like mine on this side is in a little bit different place. It's more like my second and third toe, where I feel like I might need a little extra time. So once you're there, you can stay right here and hold it. Find a spot, hold it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring yourself back up. And then this is where you can take that dumbbell and roll it across your foot, front to back. And you can find those little spots, maybe go a little deeper into the arch, see if there's any, oh yeah, there's one there. So if you have sore spots on the bottom of your foot, it's just resistance in the tendons and the little connection points and the muscles. And that will translate all the way up your entire body. And it'll create less freedom in movement. And it's silly to think that your foot can affect you, but it really can. Okay, let's hold it. 5, wherever you've got that worst little spot. Find it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and step off of that. Now we're gonna go ahead and, you can leave your weight there if you don't wanna reach down and pick it up, or you can move your weight. Because now what we're gonna do is stretch. So if you have your chair handy, you're gonna come to the front of the chair. We're gonna stretch out our legs, hips, calves a little bit. So back leg's gonna come forward, set it down on your seat. Toes are both going straight ahead. Your hips are straight ahead. So you're square with the side of the chair, shoulders are straight ahead, and then you're going to let this knee come forward. So you may feel it here in this quadricep, the leg that's up. You may feel it here in the front of this leg. You may feel it in that calf. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, let's bring it a little further down. You can even engage this glute. That would get you a little deeper, and then you may feel it here. If you're still not feeling that, bend your back knee, straighten up your spine, crown of the head reaches for the sky. Now you may feel it right here. All righty, let's hold this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now press back and straighten your leg out. Now you're gonna have your toes going to the sky. Square everything up with that chair again, toes straight to the sky, and we're gonna press the chest forward, so we're just hinging right from the hip. Nice flat back. You should feel all that tension building in the back of the leg. If your toes are coming back towards you, you're gonna feel it into the calf. And I want you to stay in that hip hinge this time around and keep your hips square to the chair. That's hard to do. Sometimes we wanna round our hip open. See if you can keep it square. We're gonna hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, let's bring it up. One more time into the stretch with the bent knee. So we're gonna come forward, see if we can get that stretch here. If you're not feeling much of a stretch, engage your glute. Maybe even bend your knees, straighten out your spine. Wherever you're at here, reach your arm up. You're gonna try to extend the fingertips away from the heel. So you're gonna get as far reach as you can from heel to fingertip. And then to take it to the next level, rotate open your chest and rib cage so you're looking up toward your elbow. Now you're gonna feel it a little bit deeper, maybe into the hip, maybe up into the torso just a bit for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rotate back square to the chair, arm comes down, press back. Last time with a straight leg, nice and tall, toes to the sky, hinging forward. We're going to start in our hinge, keeping those hips square to the chair, toe to the sky. This time you can reach for the chair, you can reach it. And after a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to let you all just curve your back down. And you're going to start to feel maybe a little more stretching in your low back. So let's just hold it here. Really relax into this, whatever feels good for you. You want to pull your toes back a little bit further towards the sky. You're going to get that a little bit deeper. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly bring yourself back up, starting with your low spine. Roll your spine back up. Nice. All right, last little stretch with our foot on the seat. So pull your foot out in front. So it's diagonal across you. Your hips stay square with the chair. Shoulders stay square. You're going to try to get those toes to point to the sky. This is going to stretch the outer edge of this leg that's up. So if you're doing this with square hips, square chest, toes to the sky, slight hip hinge, you might already feel it, which I do. Now I can compensate and let my foot roll in, but I'm trying to get my foot to roll to the straight up, toes to the sky as I hinge. That's going to really stretch that outer edge of that thigh. Let's hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Bring it up and let's switch sides. You can walk all the way around to the other side of the chair. That way you're doing it with the leg that's closest to the backrest will be the one up. Toes straight ahead and come forward. So each of us have maybe different tightness on one side versus the other. So you're going to just make the adjustments you need for this side. So this knee is bending. I'm going to engage this glute. That's going to let me drop a little bit deeper. If I'm still not feeling much of a stretch, then I can bend that knee, this back knee, get the spine going to the sky and press forward. And hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's press this back. Straighten that foot out, leg it straight, toes to the sky, square to the chair, hinging forward. Hinging, hinging, stretching right back here. Keep those toes going to the sky. And we're going to hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press back. Let's go forward one more time. So set your foot to the seat. Come forward. This time we're going to add the arm reach. So depending on where you are with your leg, if you need to go a little deeper, engage your glute. You can even straighten your spine out a little bit. But reach that arm up and away from the heel. And extend those fingertips as far as you can away. Reach, 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 reach. Now add a little rotation, looking up towards that elbow. Holding it right there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's rotate back, square to the chair, arm comes down. Press back, straighten the leg, toes to the sky, square up with the chair. Hip hinge. Pressing that chest forward. This is one where we do it part way with the hinge. The end, you get to relax into it, feeling it in your low back. Let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you get to roll down and let yourself relax into it. You probably feel it a little bit through the low back, just a little stretch. If you're feeling any pinching or pain, then slowly bring yourself out of this. All right, let's hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now slowly come up, low back to upper back. So you're just gradually peeling yourself back up tall. Good. Now, foot's going to come to the front of the chair again. Square your hips up to the seat, toes to the sky, nice tall spine, and then hinge from the hip. Oh yeah, this is that outer thigh one. We need to stretch this once in a while. I don't know if you guys feel this, but I sure do. All righty, let's hold it. Oh yeah, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up. Set your foot to the ground. And let's all stand alongside our chair. and bring the leg that's on the outside behind you, cross it behind. All right, so there's two different stretches we can do from here. We're first gonna do the one where we take the arm out to the side and reach up to the sky. And then you're gonna lean your body weight over the chair, towards the chair, but press your hip, the one that's on the outside, away from the chair. As you extend your fingertips, try to keep your feet to the floor, both feet, and we're gonna hold this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up, arm comes down, and then turn and face your chair. So do the same thing with your feet. Cross that one foot behind. Get up nice and tall. Now this is going to be the one that's going to be a little different. You're going to hinge from the hip, put your hands on the seat of the chair, and then walk your hands to the back edge of the seat while your feet are crossed or your legs are crossed, and you're going to lower yourself down. So there's a lot of stretching going on here, different places throughout that back of the thigh, but keep your hips just hinged, no rounding, and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's walk those hands back up. Good, and all the way up. All right, switch sides. Last thing we're gonna do right here is these. So bring your foot across, feet anchored to the earth, nice and tall, through the spine. Reach that arm out. You can hang on to your chair because this is not a balance exercise. Reach the fingertips to the sky, lean across your body, push that hip out, try to keep those flat feet to the earth. Feel that stretch all the way. You can feel it from pinky all the way down to the ankle. If you're feeling that, that's awesome. Most people just feel it from elbow to hip. That's all right too. All right, let's bring it back up. Arm comes down. Turn yourself to face your chair. Keep your feet crossed. Same legs behind you. Get tall first, and then you're going to hinge from the hips and hands to the seat. And then gradually walk your hands to the back edge of the seat, and then settle your elbows down if you can. And just see if there's any stretching that goes on in the back of that leg from this position. And hold it there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk your hands back up to the back edge of the seat, front edge, I guess it would be, and then bring yourself back up. Good, nice and tall. And let's bring our feet so they're square, and we can take in one big cleansing breath right here. So reach up, nice big deep breath, look up. Now exhale and arms come down, let that breath out. Good job. All right, you guys.